Congratulations on your new position as the Child Nutrition Program Director for your school food authority. As the person responsible for overseeing the school meal programs, these are the steps to be completed within your first month on the job to ensure you are on the path to success. You should have received a copy of this new Director Path to Success handout. If not, please request one to help guide you through the steps to be completed within the first 4 weeks of your new position to ensure you are on the right path. This video will provide more detail on each step listed on this handout. Week 1 focuses on setting up user accounts and preparing for training that will need to be completed. If time allows, please continue down the path into Week 2. Let's review each step along the way. To start, you will need to set up CMP user access accounts for portals located on the CMP Resource Center's webpage. The CMP Resource Center webpage is found under the Child Nutrition Programs portion of the Idaho State Department of Education website. You will find important guidance and resources on this page, as well as the links to the necessary portals. The My Idaho CMP database is used to apply for annual program operation, submit claims for reimbursement, request approval for equipment purchases costing over $5,000, and to file a variety of reports. The CMP training portal will provide access to trainings covering program topics. A variety of mandatory and optional trainings are located in this database. Please contact the state agency for a list of trainings to begin with. Several trainings are required to be completed each year. The Direct Certification Portal is vital in identifying students that are directly certified for receiving free meals. This database compares district student enrollment records against current food stamp and foster care records data provided by the Department of Health and Welfare. It also compares data for students certified as migrant by district liaisons. Regulations require this matching to occur by fixed dates a minimum of 3 times during the school year. You will need to learn how to upload an enrollment list and run a student match within the system. Beyond minimum requirements, it is recommended that you identify directly certified students on a frequent basis in order to determine them eligible for free meals without having to process a free and reduced meal application. To begin using the CMP systems, the first step is to complete a user authorization request form for access to My Idaho CMP and USDA Foods portals. The request form requires signatures, so it must be printed, then scanned, and submitted via email. This form is located under My Idaho CMP on the Resource Files tab of the Resource Center webpage. Once received, the state agency will process the form to set up a My Idaho CMP account and put you in contact with a member of the USDA Foods team who can assist you with the inventory release software system that will allow you to order USDA foods. For more information, please review the USDA Foods and Processing webpage. After submitting a completed request form, you should then request access to the CMP Direct Certification System. To assist with setting up an account with a secure password, please refer to the user registration instructions located under Direct Certification on the Resource Files tab of the Resource Center webpage. The Direct Certification Portal link will take you to the DC System Welcome page where you can click the Log On link at the top right corner and set up your secure account. Next, set up a user account for the CMP Digital Training Portal. This portal includes trainings provided by the state agency. The CMP Digital Training Portal link will take you to the landing page where you can set up your account by clicking on the Sign In tile or the Login box in the top right corner. If you are a new user, click the Set Up Portal Account button to proceed with setting up a username and password. Select the Create New Portal Account when creating a user account for the first time. When you select your association, do not select child nutrition programs. This role is reserved for state agency staff only. You should select your district, and then not applicable if you are at a district level and not at a school site. After the state agency has set up a MyIdaho CMP account, enter your username and password to log in and update the contact information in the application packet. The state agency uses the program contact email addresses to send important broadcast messages statewide, and you do not want to miss out. The MyIdaho CMP portal link will take you to the database landing page where you will need to enter your user ID and password to log in. Note the general message board area. This area includes important updates and reminders regarding program operations. Inside the database, click on the program you will be making changes to, and then click the Applications tab to access a list of items. From the items list, click on the application packet. Inside the application packet, select the sponsor application. Review all contact information and update as needed. Save all changes and click the red Submit for Approval button at the bottom of the packet so the application is submitted to the state agency to be reviewed for approval. Once contact information is updated, identify all programs operated by the SFA, including any special provisions. You can identify the programs each site is operating by selecting the School Nutrition Programs link in the site application list and noting which programs have an X marked below. It is important to know what programs are being operated so you can seek out information to understand each unique program. Find out when, where, and how meals are provided to students. Locate records that identify if special provisions are operated that allow any meal to be served to all students for free. Next, you must register to complete food safety training or locate proof of 8 hours completed within the past 5 years. Federal regulations require all CMP directors to have food safety training. If proof of 8 hours of training within the past 5 years does not exist, the director must complete 8 hours of training within 30 calendar days of their starting date. There are 2 ways this training requirement can be met to be in compliance with USDA regulations. The first option is to register for and complete a free, self-paced online course titled Food Safety in Schools. This course is available through the Institute of Child Nutrition and is the quickest way to obtain a certification of completion of 8 hours food safety training. Although this course will meet the USDA requirements, it does not meet the Idaho Food Code requirements for the Department of Health and Welfare. The second option is to become a certified food protection manager. This may not be possible to complete within 30 days, as certification is obtained by passing a test from an accredited program. This requires registering for an exam that may be held on limited dates. More information can be found under Food Safety on the Department of Health and Welfare's website. Although federal regulations only require a director to have 8 hours of food safety training, the Idaho Food Code requires all food establishments to have a certified food protection manager. Identify who this individual is for your SFA. Often this person is the CMP director. If that's the case, you will need to look into obtaining this certification per Section 2-102.11 of the Idaho Food Code. Idaho Food Code requirements are monitored by the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare. The state agency requests that you contact your local health inspector and inquire about trainings and exam options, as there are a variety of accredited programs to choose from. If you find that your district already has a certified food protection manager, or you will be unable to pass an exam within 30 days, begin the ICN's Food Safety in Schools course, identified as the first option. The last step for week 1 is to identify applicable sponsor trainings and register for courses in the CMP Digital Training Portal. As time allows, you need to work towards completion of these courses. All available courses are located under the Events and Courses title in the CMP Digital Learning Portal. Please contact the state agency for more information on which courses are a priority for you to complete. It is time to move on to week 2. This week focuses on examining daily operations within the SFA. First, prepare a professional standards tracking log to document trainings as they are completed. Federal regulations require documentation to be kept on file to show compliance with annual training requirements for all school nutrition professionals. Each year, completed trainings must be recorded on a tracking log to easily identify total hours. Supporting documentation, such as certificates of completion and training agendas, must be retained. If you are unable to locate the tracking mechanism utilized by your SFA, templates are available in My Idaho CMP download forms in both Word and Excel formats. USDA also offers a free web-based training tracker tool designed to keep track of annual required training hours. Each year, all school nutrition employees and school staff that interact with program participants as part of a child nutrition program function must complete annual civil rights training. If you have not already completed the required civil rights training, please register for and watch the civil rights training video in the CMP Learning Portal. Obtain the certificate to keep with the training log used to record your completion of the required training. In addition to watching the required civil rights video, you must explore the SFA's civil rights procedures. All child nutrition programs must adhere to specific civil rights requirements. SFAs utilize a variety of software systems not managed by the state agency. Identify which systems are being used locally and identify resources to assist you with them. Specific systems to explore include the Student Information System, Point of Service Program, menu planning software, and free and reduced application platforms. Become familiar with each system and its functionality. The Idaho CMP website has many resources and links available to assist you. Use this week to explore the Idaho CMP School Meal Program's webpage and related program areas. Additional program web pages include the Idaho School Nutrition Reference Guide, National School Lunch and Breakfast Programs, School Wellness, and Smart Snacks. On the National School Lunch and Breakfast Programs webpage, you will find informative resource files, training options, and links to more information. Closure letters from past administrative reviews can also be accessed from this page. The Idaho School Nutrition Reference Guide is a convenient online resource to learn more about specific CMP topics and programs. All sections include a document that provides an overview of the topic, related terms to know, and what the topic is and why it is important. Start by exploring the sections related to the programs operated by the SFA and return to this guide as you encounter terms you are not familiar with. The bottom of the web page includes a list of acronyms. Consider printing this list for a quick reference. Any school district operating USDA child nutrition programs must have a wellness policy to ensure a healthy environment that supports the nutritious meals served by the SFA. As the Child Nutrition Program Director, you are the liaison to your district to inform them about the federal regulations calling for a local wellness policy that includes required elements and processes to evaluate compliance. Smart Snack standards relate to all food and beverages sold in schools. This includes all food and drink items sold a la carte during meal service, as part of a fundraiser, or in school stores, concession stands, and vending machines. The regulations are in place to increase consumption of healthy foods during the school day and support a healthy school environment. The Smart Snacks webpage includes information on the required nutritional standards and fundraising requirements. Every school must track all fundraisers, and a tracking form can be located on this webpage. A link to a Smart Snacks calculator is also available to identify if foods and beverage items are compliant with the standards. This webpage is a valuable tool for school administrators responsible for approving and tracking fundraisers. Take time now to explore what is available on this webpage so you can assist your district in being compliant with these standards that are required as part of operating a USDA child nutrition program. Each year begins a new set of necessary activities for program operations. Many of the required events have due dates. Others occur during specified time frames. It's important to document due dates and become familiar with the cyclical nature of child nutrition programs. This important dates reminder handout is available in download forms and lists key dates to plan for every year. Additionally, each school year, an NSLP calendar is released that identifies the specific dates for important actions to occur that year. During your website exploration, be sure to print a copy of this calendar and place it where it can be easily referenced. It is recommended that you set electronic calendar reminders to ensure that due dates are not missed. Be sure to watch the message board in My Idaho CMP and pay attention to state agency broadcast emails with important information on upcoming actions. Welcome to Week 3. This week will focus on exploring your own specific program operations. This exploration will assist you in identifying areas that you need to inquire about or investigate further. A great place to start is the Download Forms section of My Idaho CMP. After logging into the My Idaho CMP database, choose the blue School Meal Program button, select the appropriate school year, and click on the Applications tab. Navigate to the bottom of the Applications list to locate Download Forms. Within Download Forms, you will find many targeted sections that include a variety of templates, forms, and instructions. This area of My Idaho CMP is key to locating required paperwork and forms for documenting program operations. For instance, the NSLP Direct Certification Information section includes template household letters that can be used to notify families of eligibility for free meals, a user manual on how to navigate the Direct Certification portal, and a blank student data template that is required to upload student enrollment information into the matching system. Take a look around and see what is available. It is in this area that you will locate a professional standards training tracking log, civil rights templates, manuals for program operations, and the SFA on-site monitoring checklist. Identify if meal counts are taken by students passing through an electronic point of service or by manually checking their names off a roster. Explore the SFA's meal counting process and observe it in practice. The SFA on-site monitoring checklist will help guide you. As part of internal controls, federal regulations require an on-site review of the counting and claiming system each year. The form used to complete this self-monitoring is located in Download Forms. The checklist includes the items that the state agency looks for during the administrative reviews and serves as a self-check for school food authorities to monitor program operations and ensure that required elements are maintained and in place. Meals served to students that meet meal pattern requirements are eligible for reimbursement. Review the processes in place that identify reimbursable meals to be claimed each month. The Claims tab in My Idaho CMP houses the forms to be submitted for monthly reimbursement. This tab also provides reimbursement payment summaries and the current claim rates by eligibility type. Explore a claim and identify how the claim amount is calculated. Understanding how reimbursements are calculated and potential payments will assist you in making financial decisions for your program. Before submitting a claim for reimbursement, you must ensure it is accurate. Identify the SFA's current edit check process to confirm eligible meal counts each month. As part of internal control processes, federal regulations require this edit check to occur prior to claim submission. Many of the point-of-service software systems include an edit check. Learn how this edit check functionality works. If no edit check report is available, a reimbursement accuracy check, or RAC sheet, is located in download forms and should be considered for implementation. Individual student eligibility determines the rate at which each meal is reimbursed. This means that meal counts impact the amount of money that will be received in federal reimbursement each month. Review the procedures for determining and issuing student benefits. This could be through paper free and reduced income applications, online free and reduced applications, or the process of direct certification. Explore how the student eligibility list or benefit issuance list is maintained and how frequently it is updated. Find out the process required to ensure accurate benefits and who is responsible for maintaining a current list. Finally, week 4. This week is dedicated to help you establish practices of utilizing USDA resources to ensure you are meeting program requirements. Let's break it down into small steps. Our child nutrition programs are federally funded through the United States Department of Agriculture's Food and Nutrition Service Division. You should be familiar with the USDA FNS website and be able to locate information on all programs. The Guidance and Resources webpage includes a link to other web pages as well as handbooks and guides to assist you with program operations. It is recommended that you bookmark this page for quick reference. While exploring the handbook and guides available from USDA, be sure to save an electronic copy of the Eligibility Manual for School Meals. Saving a digital version of the manual allows you to easily conduct a search for keywords. Searching for keywords takes you directly to the important information for you to read it as becomes necessary to locate answers. The current manual was released in 2017. USDA's website will be updated when a new manual is released. This manual provides critical guidance for determining and issuing student eligibility, as well as how to complete verification requirements. In addition to reviewing the handbooks and guides on the FNS Guidance and Resource website, be sure to explore the links to other web pages. During your review, be sure to spend extra time reviewing all items located on the Nutrition Standards for School Meals page. This web page includes links to regulations, policy memos, as well as technical assistance and guidance materials. The regulations section will link you to the rules that oversee the nutrition standards for school lunch and breakfast programs. It's helpful to know how to access this information when more detail is needed on federal requirements. The policy memo section includes links to specific guidance and clarification to assist in implementing the regulations. The technical assistance and guidance materials section is where it is recommended you spend most of your time for this step. Let's cover some of the important resources you will find. The Product Formulation Statement Tip Sheet provides a checklist for evaluating documentation from manufacturers to identify if the documentation is appropriate to demonstrate how the product may contribute to meal pattern requirements. SFAs are required to ensure menu items meet meal pattern requirements. CN labels, product formulation statements, and nutritional facts labels are required supporting documentation used to validate compliant menus. Under the Certification of Compliance with Meal Requirements link, you will find certification worksheets for 4-day, 5-day, and 7-day schedules. Within each day schedule type are worksheets by age group for each meal. These worksheets assist in identifying whether or not a particular menu is compliant with daily and weekly meal pattern requirements. The state agency uses these worksheets when validating menus. Your SFA may already have a software program to assist with meal pattern compliance, but if not, these worksheets are helpful to ensure menus meet regulations. The Whole Grain Resource provides an in-depth look at the whole grain-rich criteria for school meals and provides ways to identify if products meet the whole grain-rich criteria. Also located on the Nutrition Standards webpage is a link to the Food Buying Guide. Set aside time this week to explore this valuable tool. The Food Buying Guide is available in a variety of ways, but the most beneficial is to set up an account with the interactive web-based tool. The interactive web-based Food Buying Guide allows you to calculate food yields, to identify purchasing quantities for recipes, interact with a digital Exhibit A grains tool to identify crediting contributions of grain items, and complete recipe analysis to determine creditable amounts of food components in each serving. In order to save recipes and product information, you must create an account. Be sure to save your login information in a secure location. For quick access to explore this tool, you may continue as a guest user. This option will not allow you to save any information. Once you enter the food-based Food Buying Guide, you can explore navigation options. This tool can be overwhelming, but as you continue to explore it, you will discover how it can assist you to plan and serve meals that meet the meal pattern standards. Be sure to look under the Help tab and locate training videos to assist you in using the tool. You will find multiple videos demonstrating the benefits of the Food Buying Guide and how to navigate various functions. Be sure to click on the Resource Center page located under the Home tab. The Resource Center has a variety of information to assist you in ensuring your meals are compliant with federal regulations. Perhaps the most critical step in serving compliant meals that are eligible for reimbursement is to become familiar with the meal patterns for each program operated by the SFA. Most common is the National School Lunch Program meal pattern. As you review applicable meal patterns, pay attention to requirements specific to different ages and school grades. The elementary meal pattern begins with kindergarten. If your SFA serves preschool students, you must identify when and where. If those younger students are commingled with other K-5 students for their meal service, you may follow the NSLP meal pattern. But if those younger students are served separately, you must follow the CACFP meal pattern for their age group. Separate meal patterns ensure all students are served a meal appropriate to their needs through each growth stage. The meal pattern will identify the serving size of all components for each age or grade group. There are minimum serving size requirements for daily meals as well as over the course of a week. For that reason, you must be careful in identifying how many days the meal pattern covers. Most meal patterns are set for a 5-day week with instructions on how to increase or decrease totals for longer and shorter weeks. Download Forms has NSLP meal patterns for 4, 5, and 7-day weeks. Notice how each day only half a cup of fruit is required for grades K through 5 and 6 through 8, but students in grades 9 through 12 require a full cup of fruit for the lunch meal. Vegetables can be tricky to plan because of the variety required to be served each week. Menus must provide for 5 vegetable subgroups to be served over the course of the week. Download Forms has a vegetable subgroup planner that can assist menu planners in ensuring that adequate portions of each vegetable subgroup is served within the daily and weekly minimum requirements for the vegetable component. Only allowable grains can be served, and creditable portions are determined using ounce equivalents, which is not the actual weight of the grain item. Exhibit A is valuable in determining grain crediting when product formulation statements are not available. Notice how for students in grades 6 through 8, the daily minimum for the grain component is 1 ounce equivalent, but over a course of 5 days, 8 to 10 ounce equivalents are required. This range helps provide flexibility in weekly menus when serving a variety of grain options. Meat and meat alternate portions are also credited using ounce equivalents, not weight. The weekly total is increased over the daily minimum requirement. Notice how an elementary student would receive 8 to 10 ounce equivalents of meat or meat alternate over the course of the week, while a high school student would receive 10 to 12 ounce equivalents. Fluid milk servings are 8 ounces every day for all age grade groups. Milk must be offered in a variety for students to select from, including differences in flavor and fat content. Each grade group also has nutritional specifications that must be met. This includes a range for the minimum and maximum weekly calories and sodium and fat limits. Always read the footnotes. The footnotes provide additional clarification that impacts compliance. While you explore the food buying guide, you may want to check out all areas related to each component. For example, the vegetables section has information on crediting vegetables, factors that affect yields, and products that do not meet requirements. The grains section also has the same information as the whole grains resource in determining acceptable grain items and how to determine ounce equivalent. The Exhibit A Grains tool quickly identifies the crediting of your grain item when no product formulation statement is available. Perhaps you're starting to identify some things that you will need to research further. That is great. Part of your success will depend on you identifying what new information you need to explore. The Institute of Child Nutrition has resources and trainings that can assist you. Take the time to review what is available for you to explore as time allows. The ICN e-learning portal offers free, self-paced online courses on a variety of topics. To register for these courses, you must set up a username and password to sign in. The ICN offers in-depth training on the food buying guide. These courses cover a lot more detail than the help videos available in the Food Buying Guide web-based tool. Each of the ICN courses will provide you a certificate of completion to be retained in your records and to support the training hours listed on your professional standards training tracking log. ICN also provides the training option for an 8-hour course on food safety to meet USDA requirements. Remember, this is just the beginning. You still have a long, winding trail ahead of you. You can do it. Just take it one step at a time.